Hello everybody, my name is Gravity and happy Valentine's Day! I thought for Valentine's Day I would play a dating simulator type game. And this one caught my eye. It's very interesting because most of the dating simulator games I saw were all anime-esque. But this one is called Superstorm Melon Date. And I'm apparently going on a date with like a half melon, half human person. So let's find out how this goes. And it's supposed to be like a dystopian future or something like that. Anyway, let's start. Okay. For 50 years, Earth's environment has been rapidly changing. Superstorms occur every couple of months, shutting down entire cities and trapping people in storm shelters for weeks at a time. This erratic weather also causes food shortages. New foods are being engineered to meet the demands, but they are untested and dangerous. From eating these mutant foods, humans have developed severe allergies. This is especially true for children, many of whom spend their lives in and out of hospitals. Considering the risk and expense of a human child, many parents choose to raise lab-grown children made from a mixture of human and melon DNA. Okay. These melon people are called Mellows. After 2 generations, they outnumber the human population of Earth. Nonetheless, humans and Mellows usually live in segregation. But wait, if it was... Never mind. You live the rare, pleasant life of a healthy human in a predominantly human neighborhood. Okay. You still have worries though. The superstorms are always getting worse, and every day, life in your storm shelter gets lonelier and more confining. This is an odd story. How much longer can you live like this? Superstorm Lorraine is finally over. You were stuck in your storm shelter alone for 4 agonizing weeks. You're out now, but who knows how long you have before the next superstorm. You had better make the most of it. While sitting in your shelter, listening to your pumping system drain the water from your walls, you made a promise to yourself. Before the next superstorm, you need to meet someone special. Maybe being seated in a subterranean bunker won't be so bad if you aren't alone. You hadn't even scraped the smashed bird off your storm shutters before you've already put your profile on several internet dating sites. The superstorm have been pretty regular this year, so you don't have any time to waste. The next one might only be a month or 2 away. You hadn't dated much in the past year, scanning through various dating profiles. You are surprised that so many of them are for Mellows. In fact, there are hardly any humans at all. You suppose it makes sense. Only really rich people can afford human children. I don't understand this human melon child thing. Do the melon children not get sick? Did humans just stop reproducing because they said, oh, kids are too expensive? What's going on here? And besides, if you're a healthy human, wouldn't that kind of mean that you're rich? You don't look like it, judging by your home. The fact that most of the people in your neighborhood are human is actually kind of weird. Okay, I said that. Since Mellows are created in labs, a lot of older humans are prejudiced against them. You don't know any mellows, but you aren't the type to discriminate. You find the profile of a cute mellow and send them a message. Their name is a melon pun. Melonius, okay. But they insist you call them Mel. After a few text conversations, you decide to meet. You ask Mel where they want to go. You aren't really sure how dating works these days. Mel, text message. I've been stuck in a shelter for a month, so anywhere sounds good to me. How about we get dinner? No reason to be too creative on the first date. You choose the place, though. I don't need that sort of pressure. Somewhere casual, especially if it's just a first time meeting. Interesting. You choose a hip place called the Hanging Garden. It's all vegetarian, which with so many crazy food allergies going around, it seems like the safe choice. You can have allergies to plants just because it's vegetarian. Okay, is this like a dystopian future of the watermelon Stevens from Steven Universe? Because there was like living watermelons in that. When you get out of your ride, Mel is waiting in the shadows of a restaurant storm shutter. You call to them and wave hello. They give you a big grin and wave back. As you cross the street, you are nervous, excited, and not paying attention. A bicycle nearly runs you over. Although he could have been put in the hospital, the cyclist has the audacity to swear at you as he rides off. He almost gets hit by a car. Okay, that's information I don't need to know. When you reach Mel, you are a little shaky from your brush with disaster. I'm glad that biker didn't clobber you. That would have been a bad start to the evening. No kidding. In any case, hello. I'm glad to be here in one piece. Hello to you too. Let's try to get through the night with no injuries. Mel looks up and down the sidewalk, scouting for other potential threats. This date is starting on a weird note. You should probably say something. On other dates, you have typically taken a lower key approach to making conversation. You really want this to be different though, so maybe it's time for something bolder. You silently reprimed yourself? I don't know. Stop overthinking it, just be real. It's great to finally meet you. Wow, you look great. I mean, I don't know the standard for melon people, so I'll just say it's great to finally meet you. It's cool to meet you too. I feel like I haven't been out of the town in forever. Thanks for being my company tonight. No problem. It's great to finally... Wait, I already said that. Just ignore me. You and Mel smile and nod at each other for a few moments before Mel breaks the silence. Meeting for the first time is definitely the most awkward part of dating. I'm happy it's over with. It should be all fun from here on out. Is that a seed or a nose ring? Anyway, is that a promise? Only if you don't have to keep it. Okay? You kind of laughed at that, but not very hard. So, ready to go inside? Mel nods. The two of you enter the restaurant, leaving the storm-wrecked street behind. Okay. You are seated in the Hanging Garden, looking around. You understand that the restaurant's name a bit better. The cooks use produce from gardens that hang from the ceiling. Your table is in the shadow of a squash thicket. Mel looks around the room, taking it all in. Their large eyes sparkle with excitement. You try to make conversation. It's busy in here. You and Mel watch people crushed into every corner of the restaurant. They are talking frantically as if to make up for lost time in the last Superstorm. Everyone must be dying to get out after the storm. I can understand that. I'm so pumped to be here. Yeah, it feels good to be out of my shelter. The storms are getting longer and more frequent. I thought the last one would never end. It's been stressing me out. Tell me about it. These days, I'm ready to have an emotional meltdown at any second. Mel sucks their lower lip. Weird. Being stuck in my shelter for a month was just terrible. I thought I liked being alone, but I'm getting really sick of it. I have some real PTSD now. Maybe you won't be alone next time. It was hard for me too. It was hard for me too. It was hard for me too, that's why I'm here. I definitely understand. The last storm really made me realize how bored and lonely I am. I made my dating profile as soon as the storm was over. I wanted to meet someone immediately. Same here. It doesn't matter whether it's a friendship or something more. I don't want to feel like I'm on an island anymore. Mel nods towards all the tables packed with people. I think the whole world feels like us right now. We're just two lonely people in a sea of lonely people. That sounds like lyrics to a song. Not a very good song. Aw, man. It's a good song for right now. If no one was watching, I would sing it so hard that I cried. Okay, weirdo. That's a heart-wrenching image. Actually, I might still do it even if someone was watching. Through the window, you see some cops breaking into parked cars. You're glad you didn't drive here. One of them triumphantly holds up a phone charger he found. A waiter drone flitters over to take your order. I forgot that I was supposed to look at the menu. You go first, but order slowly so I have time to think. You also forgot about the menu. Your eyes fall on a photo of some spicy pumpkin noodles. You impulsively choose those, but pretend to consider it to give Mel some time. Okay, I'm ready. I'll have the melon plate. You cannibal! The waiter drone leaves. You try not to look incredulous. Should you ask? It might be rude, but you just have to know. The melon plate, I'm a little surprised. The melon plate, I'm really into melons too. I'm a little surprised. Somehow I didn't expect you to order melons. Mel laughs. Thankfully, they don't look offended. Actually, I did it mostly to see what she would say. I really do like melons, but mostly I just eat them to be funny. It's not really that weird. Humans eat monkeys sometimes. Really? I don't... Right? It's the same sort of thing. You don't know any humans that eat monkeys, but you decide not to argue about it. That's true. Melons are good as heck too. If I wasn't with you, I might have ordered them myself. I wouldn't eat a monkey though. I saw a video of one texting on a phone once. They are too much like people. Birds that talk are the same way. You wonder how to respond after thinking about it for a while. You give up. You are distracted by a group playing a whatever that word says drinking game at a nearby table. Mel glances over and wistfully smiles, quirks their mouth. What? And a wistful smile quirks their mouth. I don't understand the sentence. I could put them all to shame. Oh yeah? Tell me more. I don't actually drink very often, but I happen to be extremely good at it. I just get as hammered as anyone else, but it doesn't slow me down. That seems dangerous. Yeah, it totally is, and I get really hungover too. Go challenge those guys. I'll carry you home. Ask me again and I'll do it. You decide not to say anything. You smile at Mel and they smile at you. You look away and drum their fingers. They look away and drum their fingers on the table. Someone at another table is blabbing loudly about the election results. Everyone knows all the elections are rigged, but people still like to talk about them. They are kind of like a game show. So, what do you do for a living? In all your text message conversations with Mel, it's a little surprising you didn't ask that already. However, with the Superstorm regularly shutting down the economy, lots of people don't have steady jobs. It's something, and it's sometimes an uncomfortable situation. Is that what it said? There's no back button. That's sort of complicated. I've always got a few things going. I work at a bicycle shop, mostly, but I do some elder care on the side. I used to wait tables, but I got tired of the abuse. People are used to drone raiders. Most of them don't know how to be nice to a real person. Mel shrugs and shakes their head. They look weary, but a moment later they smile again. Oh, someone's ringing. Why are you asking? Is this like an interview? I'm always open to a new opportunity. You try not to look bewildered. I'm just kidding. Unless you are serious, then I'm serious too. I could use some extra cash. I gotta sneeze. But I don't have to sneeze. I have to yawn. I almost forgot. I also make and sell clothes. I've got this internet shop. I could call it a hobby, but I need the money, so I guess it's more like a job. It's a good gig because I can do it even when I'm stuck in my shelter. I wonder where you got that cute outfit. That's a lot of jobs. You like it? Thanks. It's always been hard to find clothes I like, so I just started making my own. It looks really unique. It's obvious you didn't buy it off the rack. I have to admit, I was a little worried about wearing something I made on a first date. I didn't want to look like a weirdo. Then I said to hell with it and wore it anyway. I don't like buying clothes at the store. They're all made for humans. I mean, it's not like I can wear human clothes aside from my big head. I'm basically human-sized. Wait, hold on. You can't wear human clothes? It's not like I can't wear human clothes. Aside from my big head, I'm basically human-sized. But human clothes are for men or women. Mellows are a little of both. So I want clothes that represents that. Well, I'll be honest, I thought you were a girl because of your outfit. I mean, pink. Guys can wear pink, but the frills kind of threw me off. And there's unisex, is that the correct word? Whatever clothes. It's whatever you want to wear, bro. I never really thought about it like that. Most melons just wear human clothes. Yeah, that's true. A lot of mellows choose a human gender. It's just easier. Not me, though. I have to be myself. You seem so confident. I'm kind of jealous. To prove you wrong, Mel blushes so hard that her whole body turns dark. You think so? I'm just faking it, really. Don't think I'm conceited or anything. It's not like that. It's more like you seem fearless. I like it. Really though, you look great. The color of the shirt really brings out your red eyes. I like to think of them as scarlet, but thanks just the same. You're really sweet. Mel smiles a little wider, and their eye. There's no back button. I don't know what it said. With all your jobs, you probably don't have time for much fun. I have fun, I guess. I really like playing with my neighbor's dog, but my neighbor pays me to do that. I also enjoy tutoring my youngest sibling, although I would probably do that even if I hated it. I suppose I never really thought about it. You're making me depressed now. Mel looks at the ceiling and sighs. I didn't mean to be a drag. I'm glad you have tonight off at least. Yeah, that's true. I'm having a great time. Working 3 jobs really isn't too bad. I like staying in shape and being a bike I don't know what that word is. Helps with that. I like being creative and making clothes fulfills that. This probably sounds sappy, but I also like helping people. That's how I got started in elder care. Lots of old people need help and don't have anyone to turn to. Some of them have really sad lives. It's nice to be there for them, even though they treat me like crap sometimes. You suddenly think of your elderly neighbor you haven't seen her since the last Superstorm. You wonder if she's got those whatever crawlers out of her waist pump. I know what you mean. There's an old woman on my block, and I promised I would help her with something. I just realized that I never did. Mel glances away, flushing purple in embarrassment. Why? I'm being a real downer. Let's talk about something else. So what do you do when you want to relax? I go on dates sometimes, obviously. Also, when I'm alone in my shelter, I like to medicate. I'm trying to develop my psychic abilities. Oh, medicate. Oh my gosh. I thought maybe medicate, like, let's relax and smoke some weed, but it said meditate. You search Mel's face for a clue that they are joking. You heard some melons have special powers, but you figured it was an urban legend. I probably shouldn't have brought that up with someone I just met. I bet that sounds totally crazy. No, it's cool. So how does it work? I can sort of read minds, I guess. I'm not very good. Want me to try on you? You feel weird about this, but don't want to embarrass Mel. You reply enthusiastically. Let's do it. This seems like a good way to get to know each other. Okay, clear your mind and focus on a simple thought. Try thinking about how you are feeling right now. A thought enters your mind. Mel might be crazy. I'm totally into Mel. I'll be nice. Mel's eyes roll back and their face goes slack shortly after they blush. Wow, is it getting hot in here? I think it's just you. Oh my gosh. Well, sure, you sure know how to make a person feel wanted. If I went any deeper, I think I might have seen something dirty. You really read my mind. I'm kind of amazed. I've never felt someone's thought so clearly. Maybe we've got some sort of special connection. Or maybe I'm just thinking extra hard about you. You wink, you hope it seems flirty instead of weird. Winking is always risky. Stop encouraging me. I don't want me reading your mind all the time. You'll never have any privacy again. I feel a little closer to you now. I wish you could read my mind. Then you would know what I mean. I heard some melons were psychic, but I'm still surprised by all this. I never dated a mellow before. I had no idea what to expect. I've never been out with a human before. I've learned some stuff too. What kind of stuff? I'm sort of ashamed to say. Now I want to know even more. Mel folds and unfolds their napkin several times while turning purple. Lots of humans I meet are sort of conceding and snobby, no offense. Condescending and snobby, no offense. They have easy, comfortable lives and can't accept that other people don't live that way. I'm happy you're not like that. I sound like a jerk. Forget I brought it up. It's fine. I'm glad you're being real with me. It means a lot. Thanks for understanding. Don't think that I hate humans or anything. I just had a few bad experiences. You're different though. I feel really good about you. Mel leans back and looks around the restaurant. I'm also learning that people aren't used to seeing a mellow and a human together as a couple. Lots of them keep looking at us. Maybe it's because I talk loudly. They're just staring at you because you're cute. You're so cute. They're so close-minded. And I'll say positive. You're pretty cute too. Maybe they're staring at you. maybe we're both cute, and they're wondering if we're models or actors or something. Next time someone looks over here, I'll ask them if they want my autograph. You should invite them to sit with us. Be careful making jokes like that. I'll do it. I love causing trouble. That's what I liked about you. You scare me a little. You scare me a little. Suddenly, Mel stands and strides purposefully towards another group of diners. Oh no. Mel really is going to ask them to join us. Ask them to join you. Just before reaching the other table, Mel turns around and heads into the restroom. When Mel returns, their face is split by a huge grin. They are delighted to have startled the hell out of you. I was just messing with you. I wouldn't pull a stunt like that on our first date. Probably. You really had me worried. All bets are off on the second date, though. Suddenly, a rushing gale rattles every window in the restaurant as the lights flicker off and on. The other diners murmur anxiously, but they settle down once the power stabilizes. That was kind of alarming. Totally, for a moment there, I thought another superstorm was coming. The last one just ended. Usually they're at least a month apart, but the environment is changing so fast. It feels like anything could happen. The storms are getting worse and worse. Eventually, they'll just never stop. I wish you weren't so right. I don't think about the future much. It's overwhelming. You sigh in response. The environment is totally trashed, and no one has any clue how to fix it. Sooner or later, the economy is going to collapse, or we'll all drown in an endless storm, or some other terrible thing will happen. You sigh even harder. I don't know why I'm even talking about this. The world sucks, but at least we're together. Let it out, I'm here to listen. The world sucks, but at least we're together. You're so right. Everything is falling apart, but it's not storming tonight. I'm having a nice time with a really sweet person. If I think about it like that, I guess I'm doing pretty good. If you think this is fun, you're in for a real treat. We're just getting started. I'm ready. Who knows what will happen tomorrow? You've got to live it up tonight. That sounds sort of self-destructive, doesn't it? Yeah, a little. I support it though. Good, because that's the vibe tonight. I'm going to go to sleep until I've had at least 3 dates worth of fun. What? You seem like the sort of person that has at least 3 dates worth of fun all the time. I think that's the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me. Mel smiles using parts of their face. It's so huge, it's like a parody of a smile. What? You try to make it, but end up looking kind of deranged. Your conversation is interrupted as the waiter drone buzzes over with your food. This stuff looks awesome. Before we dig in though, I need to establish one rule. Don't stare at me while I eat. Seriously. Yeah, that'd be my... I don't like being stared at while I eat either. I can understand that. How can I keep my eyes off you? Should I be cute about it, or should I just be understanding? I'm gonna be cute about it. Suit yourself, but the way I eat may be a little different than what you're used to. It might freak you out. You sit back in your chair and try to look unimpressed. Mel holds back a grin, then they seem kind of excited about freaking you out, actually. They pluck a piece of food from their plate and tuck it into their mouth, and the inside of their mouth writhes with a life of its own. What you thought were Mel's teeth were actually fleshy tendrils that grip the food and tear it to pieces. It's a little shocking, but maybe a little sexy too. No. It's not. That's perfectly normal for a Melon person, and for a person who's never seen it before, it's kind of weird. I don't know. Mel beams, offering a great look at their mouth parts. You need to try harder. You need to try harder than that to scare me off. Actually, it's making me more interested. I can definitely try harder. My mouth isn't the only part of me that might surprise you. Ha 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 ha! Funny. Tell me more. I don't want to wreck the surprise. Mel's large eyes glimmer wet. Then suddenly they shake their head as if shaking away the sexual tension of the moment. It's fun dating someone who doesn't know anything about mellows. I've got some other bombshells for you. You'll have to wait for them though. I can be patient. You and Mel start eating. After a few moments, Mel stops, dropping their fork in surprise. Their skin turns dark. They stare at their plate of melons, mouth slightly agape. What's wrong? These aren't normal melons. You were frightened to ask Mel what they mean. Drawn to Mel's raised voice, people from the other tables look over curiously. What the hell sort of place is this? These are mellow pieces. The shock of Mel's face contorts into sudden laughter. I knew it. I'm just kidding. I really had you going, didn't I? Mel waves to the people staring from the nearby table. Sorry to disturb you all. I was just having some fun. You can go back to what you were doing. The other diners look away. A few are laughing. Most are muttering. Mel is delighted. I can't believe you did that. That was incredible. In a good way or a bad way? If you're being honest, it was a little of both. So you just nod instead of answering. Sorry if I embarrassed you. I'm not sure I won't do it again, but I'm really sorry. I really am sorry. You don't have to apologize. It was pretty funny, actually. Totally. You're happier now that everyone in the restaurant is no longer staring at you. You have no idea what this night's... You have no idea where this night will go, but you're certain it will be wild. You and Mel continue eating and chattering. Among other things, you learn that Mel hated school but loves learning new stuff. From watching videos on the internet, they have figured out how to repair almost everything in their shelter. They also have lots of friends, but don't seem that close with any of them. That isn't too surprising. Mel strikes you as being very independent. They talk about wanting to travel more but not being able to afford it. Looking around, you suddenly realize that the crowded restaurant has quieted down. You've been in here for hours. The waiter drone conveniently drops the bell off at your table. Mel reaches for it, but you snap it up first. Damn, I knew you weren't just going to let me pay. At least split it with me. That seems weird. I don't know. Will they think it's insulting? Like, I think they're poor if I just want to pay? Or is it gonna be, am I a terrible person if I say, yeah, sure, you could pay some too? But that's, well, I'm gonna pay. I'm not going to fight about it, but I'm definitely paying next time. When is next time? Is it too soon to pick a date? What are you doing tomorrow? I'll know when you tell me. How about breakfast? Maybe I'll make it for you. What are you implying? I'm going to innocently pretend that I'm not implying anything. Okay, I'll do my best to act surprised when it happens then. Mel looks pensively around now empty restaurant. I never dreamed this date would go this well. I've dated a lot of people, but I never felt so close to anyone so quickly. I feel like we're moving so fast. It's a little weird, right? Maybe I should be worried. Not when the next Superstorm is just around the corner. We have to make the most of the time we have. You're right. I don't know why I'm so suspicious about being happy. Meeting someone nice is hard enough already. Mel smiled, squeezing your hand in both of theirs. Thanks. I feel better about it already. Shall we go? I'm sure the staff can't wait for us to leave. As someone who once waited tables, I can tell you that you're right. Mel stands, tosses a napkin on the table. Let's be off. You and Mel leave the restaurant. It's dark, and the artificial moonlight reflecting off the smog makes everything look shiny. Mel wraps themselves around your arms and watches your face. They look fondly at you, or maybe they're just having trouble seeing in the dark. Don't make me go home. The night is still young. Let's do something else. Do you want to go dance? How about a walk? Let's go for a walk. Sounds romantic, even if it isn't. At least it's good exercise. Okay. Just walking together can be a romantic time where you just will walk and talk with someone you enjoy their company of, and then I don't know. You and Mel set off side by side. You stroll along the, I don't know what that word is, debris and litter everywhere from the recent superstorm. You pass some teenagers talking, drinking, and tossing chunks of concrete into the overflowing water of the aqueduct. You pass some cops searching a motorcycle. Nearby, a young Melon stands fuming. Eventually, you pass through the gates of Duck Park. One has been battered from its hinges, and a construction drone struggles to bolt it into place. Duck Park is a popular tourist destination, and the city spends a lot of money on it. Some of the storms have knocked down some of the trees and damaged a lot of the statuary, whatever. As you walk, you kick a smashed bird nest from the sidewalk. There are so many birds' nests and corpses scattered around. The last superstorm must have really massacred the park's bird population. It's late and the park is mostly deserted, but you see another couple walking by. They hold each other's hands and look blissfully content. Tentatively, you reach towards Mel. Take her hand. Put your arm around her. Take her hand. Or their hand. I don't know. You squeeze Mel's hand. Their thumb runs over each of your knuckles. I'm having a great night. I've already said that like 3 times tonight. I'm feeling a little giddy. What I'm trying to say is, thanks for being with me. You are pleasantly dazed. You don't trust yourself not to say something stupid, so you just nod. I wasn't sure about tonight. Like I said, I never dated a human before. I've gone out with lots of other people though, including some real weirdos. Now I have to know more. Well, where do I even start? As Mel recollects, their face twists through a gamut of emotions. I went out with someone who insisted that I looked exactly like their sibling. They showed me photos. I guess I saw the resemblance. Not really, though. Yeah, that's weird. What sort of nut says something like that on the first date? Totally. Then they kept trying to kiss me, but I avoided it. I was scared that in the heat of the moment, they would call me by their sibling's name. That's a real turnoff. You're a master of understatement. So, what about you? You've got to tell me some of your dating horror stories. It's been a while since I went on a date. You're filing through all of the people you've dated. You must have at least one good antidote or whatever, but you can't think of it. When I was in school, I dated this person that was a spelling bee champion. They used all these strange words, and every time I said a word that was more than a few syllables, they would zone out for a second, and in their mind were spelling second as if they were spelling it in their mind. That's sort of weird, I guess. Not really, though. You should get out more. You trip over a tire. In the bushes is a crushed motorcycle. The storm must have hurled it over here. Emerging from a grove of trees, you see a cement fountain in the shadow of a drainage pump. It overflows with rainwater. You sit with Mel on the fountain's edge and peer in. Coins litter the bottom. Where did all these coins come from? I can't remember the last time I carried any spare change around. Or paper money for that matter. Do stores even take cash anymore? I doubt it. If they did, homeless people would have fished all the money out of the fountain and spent it. Good point. It's almost like coins were made just to throw into fountains. Mel gazes into the water, flicking the surface with her finger. What are you thinking about? Nothing really. Actually, that's not true. I was thinking about how everyone wants their dreams to come true, but wishing in a fountain is the only chance some people have. You laugh. It's not a happy laugh. What a depressing thought. Mel snaps from their reverie and splashes water on your leg. You weren't supposed to see my dark cap yet. I like your dark cap too. I wonder. You are both quiet for a while. Thunder rumbles distantly. It could be a superstorm, but it's nowhere near here. I kind of want to make a wish. Go for it. I don't have a coin. Mel dunks their arm into the fountain, takes a coin, and gives it to you. You didn't have to do that. You're all wet now. Wishes are important. You stole that coin. Now someone else's wish won't come true. You better make a wish. You better make your wish good then. You don't want their sacrifice to be in vain. You flip the coin into the fountain. You and Mel watch it sink. What did you wish for? If I tell you, it won't come true. I gave you the coin, so it's my wish too. You win. You could read my mind anyway. I wish we could be together. I wish that all the wishes in the fountain would come true. Oh, that's sweet. Let's see. I wish we could be together. I wish that all the wishes in the fountain would come true. I wish we could be together. I wish that all the wishes in the fountain would come true. Man, I'm gonna overthink this so much. I wish that wait for one of some of the wishes back. Like Wonder Woman 84. I'm just gonna go with the sappy answer. I wish we could be together. We're together right now. I mean together all the time. Now that I'm saying it, I'm a little embarrassed. I knew what you meant. I'm just teasing. I think it's really sweet. I hoped you would wish for that. You both avert your eyes. I would have wished for the same thing. Mel leans over and kisses your cheek. It's an oddly hesitant kiss for someone who has been flirting so forwardly all night. You face Mel, your eyes meet and flit away, but your lips come together. You aren't sure if you kissed Mel or Mel kissed you. Nonetheless, you're kissing. Your fingers drift along Mel's cheek. Their cheek is stainy? What's the word? Like the underside of a flower petal. Something cool and smooth wraps around your neck and tugs your earlobe. It must be Mel's hand. Their lips part and the tendrils of their mouth brush the tip of... Oh my gosh, I don't want to read this. You have kissed lots of people, but this is different. It's like your first kiss all over again. Maybe it's because you know Mel is someone special, or maybe it's because their mouth anatomy is completely inhuman. After a long sweet moment, you pull apart. That, instead of finishing, Mel kisses you again, deeper this time. That was nice. Your forehead rests against Mel's. Their cool breath lays over your lips. I thought so too. Your lips are so close, you move the slightest bit and kiss again. Bright lights pierce your vision. Squinting, you see armored silhouettes behind it. The intimate moment is over. What does that say? Look what we got here! I don't know how to... What? The tension is jeering. Oh, it said silhouettes. Your eyes adjust and you see city police uniform. The light on an automatic rifle shines on Mel's stomach. Real dumb of you two folks to be out so late. Don't you know it ain't safe? This is a stick up. Give me your phones, jewelry, and anything you think I might want. God damn it. Mel looks more annoyed than afraid. You haven't heard about these things? To rebuild after the Superstorm, the city needs lots of money. The police budget is one of the many city services budgets that got cut. To make money to keep the force going, the police have become a criminal organization. They deny it, but they aren't trying too hard to hide it. After all, who can arrest the police? Well, Mel doesn't respond. The cop hefts his gun. You think this is a toy? Hurry it up before I start blasting. I don't know what accent I'm doing. Mel shoots a strange look away. Are they trying to tell you something? You notice that the cop is focused on Mel and hardly paying attention to you. Since you're a human, maybe he doesn't expect trouble. Take the cop by surprise, give him your stuff. Yeah, let's beat him up. You lunge at the cop, grabbing the barrel of his gun. He sputters in surprise. Disarming an officer is a class 5 felony. I can kill you right here! As you wrestle for the gun, Mel rams the forearm into the cop's throat. He gurgles and falls, cracking his helmet on the cement bench. His body goes limp. Your heart pounds painfully. You hurl the gun into the fountain. We need to go. Come on. Mel snatches your hand and you run. You don't slow down until the park is far behind you. You and Mel stop next to a closed storefront. You both gasp for air. Mel's hyperventilating soon turns into laughter. I can't believe we did that. That was off the chain! Your adrenaline rush ebbs away. What do you mean? You gulp more air. You gave me a look. I thought you wanted to fight. No way, I was going to run for it. What you did was way better though. You're totally brave or totally crazy. Either way, I love it. Mel slumps weakly against you. Struck by the humor of the situation, you smile. It looks a little insane. You should see yourself. You're like a wild person. It's sort of sexy. Mel winks and cracks up again. What if the cop recorded us? The police could be looking for us right now. Get real. I doubt cops have their cameras on when they rob people. Good point. You're surprisingly nonchalant about all this. Well, I've had some experience with cops. You wonder what they mean. It might be rude to ask, but you are feeling pretty unhinged, so you go for it. What kind of experience? Mel chews their lip. Well, where do I even start? Cops don't really mess with humans much, but humans have money, so cops know better than to make trouble for them. I've never thought about it like that. The cops in my neighborhood seem nice enough though. I rest my case. You are suddenly very aware of your own ignorance. Thanks for not thinking I'm an idiot. Mel takes your hand. Thanks for trying to understand me. I don't know a lot of humans, but I bet most of them aren't as open-minded as you. Holding hands, the two of you look into each other's eyes for a long, sweet moment. It's pretty late. You should get off the streets before we get into any more trouble. I'll take you home. It's not that late. Actually, that's a good idea. Mel recites their address and you call a ride. They lean against you while you wait. When they arrive, the two of you slide into the back and the automated vehicle starts cruising. Headlights and glowing signs strove as the city drifts past in the shadowy car. You and Mel hold hands and talk quietly. The car stops, there are no streetlights here, and you can't see anything. Mel climbs out and pulls you after. After the car drives off, your eyes adjust. You take in a cramped row. The car drives off and your eyes adjust. You take in a cramped row of storm shelters. Mel leads you to one of them. Here we are. It looks even worse during the day, but the price is right. I like it. I don't believe you. You stand on a crumbling slab that is probably a porch. The light turns on in the shelter next door. Mel rolls her eyes. My neighbors watch when I come and go. I don't know if they are worried about me or just nosy. That's kind of... Let's go in for a nightcap. A nightcap. You are hesitant, but you are not sure why. Maybe Mel's forwardness caught you off guard. We're together, and my place is right here. Let's keep this night going. You had better not be getting shy. I'd love to. It's already the middle of the night. Why quit now? Mel reaches towards a pool of shadow that might be a front door. There is a pressurized hiss, and you step back into blackness. The lights flicker on, casting the shelter into a murky dimness. It isn't much to look at. Thankfully, I just cleaned this morning. The shelter is cramped, and despite having less furniture and appliances than your place, the main room serves as a bedroom, living area, and kitchen. A desk is covered with fabrics, scraps, and sewing equipment. A bicycle hangs from a hook in the ceiling. The room is tidy because Mel doesn't own much. When can I move in? Cool bike. Cool bike. You know nothing about bikes, but this one looks like it could win a race. Totally. I still don't know that word, is my best job. So I need a good ride. You spin one of the wheels. It's turned silently for a long time. It looks legit. It's the most valuable thing I own. You step over to the sewing desk. This must be where you make clothes. That shows, blah, blah, blah. That shows you how little you know about making clothes. It's just store stuff there. When I'm working, it fills the entire shelter. I spread fabric tools and inflatable mannequins everywhere, even in the bathroom. My ignorance is showing. Mel looks around, tapping their finger on their chin. With some more space, I could work a lot easier. You open your mouth to offer your own shelter, but stop yourself. You just met Mel tonight, and almost asking them to move in, you chasing yourself for getting so carried away. Suddenly, the floor quivers under your feet. You glance down in surprise. Just ignore that. What is it? This neighborhood is building an hydroelectric plant. Every couple of hours, the whole place shakes like that. Why do you think the rent is so cheap? The shelves rattle. I'm surprised none of your stuff is falling. Check this out. I've thought of everything. Mel taps their head and winks, putting a kettle from the shelf. They point beneath it. I stick magnets and Velcro under all of my stuff to keep it in place. I'm impressed. You really have thought of everything. If that were true, I'd be living somewhere nicer. I tried my best, though. Mel squints at the kettle in her hands. I guess I'm supposed to offer you a drink? I have tea, or do you want something harder? Tea sounds great. Excellent. I've been saving something special. Mel rummages in a cupboard and takes out a tin. Check it out. Real tea from actual leaves. There's been a tea shortage since India and Sri Lanka flooded. Most tea is made with artificial tea flavored syrup. You don't need artificial tea flavored syrup. All you need is that weird powder crap. But anyway, I haven't had real tea in years. You're making me feel important. You're definitely not the first date I've brought here, but you're the first date I've been willing to share my good tea with. I can't think of a greater honor. Mel boils water on a portable burner and performs a practice tea-making ritual. Minutes later, they hand you a steaming mug. Sitting together on the sofa, you both sip quietly. The aromatic drink makes you contemplate. I can read! Thank you, this is really good. I'm glad I got tea. Except it's in a can. This is the only kind of tea I like in a can, though. Like, there's any other type of tea that I drink, it has to be like made. This is the only kind of tea that I like in a can. It's Arizona tea. And I don't know what it is about it that tastes better than all the other teas in like bottles and stuff. I'm glad to share it. Enjoying something like this alone is just sad. After everything that happened tonight, it feels good to chill like this. Totally. The cop. Yeah, I can't believe I almost forgot about him. It's been a crazy night. I wouldn't change anything about it though. It's not over yet. Maybe the best part is still to come. You and Mel continue talking and drinking, and you are happy and completely relaxed. When the conversation wanes, you just watch each other feeling pretty comfortable together. There's something I want to ask. You wait for Mel to ask. Of all the dating profiles on the internet, why did you choose mine? Is this a trick question? No way. There's no wrong answer. I hope you're right. Mel rolls their eyes. Just answer the question. Your picture was really sexy. Your profile was the only one that didn't say likes to have fun. Yeah, that is pretty generic. Like, who hates to have fun? That's kind of like everyone likes to have fun, but everyone's definition of fun is different. So when they say likes to have fun, it's like, can you be a little bit more specific? Let's see this one. I just said that. Oh my gosh, don't you hate that? It's so stupid. Everyone likes to have fun. Well, actually, I hate having fun, but I know enough to lie about it on my dating profile. No way, you're plenty of fun. It's a laid-back sort of fun, though. I'm just balancing out your sort of fun. Someone has to. I really do hate those boring dating profiles, though. You don't even remember what your profile says. You wonder if it's boring, probably. I can tell, if I remember right. Yours said something like, why do I even have to write this? It's so pointless. If you're cool, let's hang out. Not exactly, but you got the spirit of it. It sounds silly when you say it out loud, though. I like it. It sent you a message, didn't it? Didn't I? Then I guess my profile did the trick. I don't regret only spending 3 minutes on it. It did have a lot of typos, though. There's a moment of consented silence. You hear someone shouting next door. Don't worry about them. They're just yelling at the TV. It happens all the time. You listen, trying to decide whether they are shouting at a basketball game or a political debate. Mel tugs at their collar. I'm going to change. I'll look through all your stuff while you're gone. Go slow. I don't have much. Mel pulls clothes from the wardrobe and goes into the only other room in the shelter. It must be the bathroom. You listen to them humming over the sound of the fan. They don't carry a tune very well. You pick up a digital picture frame and flip through it. Unsurprisingly, you don't recognize most of the people. They're probably Mel's siblings. There's a photo of Mel slugging rum from a bottle and making a thumbs-up gesture. The bathroom door opens and you quickly set the picture frame down. You doubt Mel would care, but you still feel self-conscious about snooping. Mel looks comfortable in their beaded silk pajamas. No doubt they made them themselves. You're so cute. Those are cute. I'm sorry you don't have any other clothes. Want to borrow some of mine? I'm okay. These aren't even my cutest ones. I could make you look totally adorable. It's tempting, but no thanks, really. Mel sits on the sofa again. They are so much closer than before, and their hip is pressed up against yours. I have an idea. What's that? How about I read your mind again? You think about it. If you don't... Sure, if you don't... Wait, I didn't get that. Sure, why not? Sweet. Mel turns to face you while sitting cross-legged. Their face is really close. Okay, get ready. I think I am. I won't know until it happens. Mel's eyes look into yours before drifting close. They lean a little farther towards you. You are kind of nervous and your mind is a jumble, but one thought rises to the surface. I'm so happy I met Mel. Mel looks stunning right now. What do I say? I'll say you look stunning. Mel moves even closer. Their breath tickles your lips. You close the gap and kiss. The kiss is long and hungry. Mel wraps you in their arms. Your body feels loose. You and Mel meld together. You stay that way until Mel kisses you again, harder this time. You pull them against you. Suddenly, both of you are tense and breathless. Mel is halfway on top of you, stroking your back as your tongue probes behind their lips. Your hands roam over the silky folds of Mel's pajamas. You undo some buttons. Are we gonna get into the steamy sex scene? Thunder rumbles. Is it another superstorm? Right now, you don't even care. When you touch the cool, smooth skin beneath their shirt, Mel sighs. Their lips separate from yours. They watch your eyes while opening your shirt. God, I've been waiting for this. You are shirtless. Your mouth covers Mel's throat. Ooh, vampire! Mel's shirt slips off of their shoulders. Your fingers run over their nipples. Wait. Mel, the watermelon people have nipples? Down their side and under their waist of the patch. Where's your bed? It might be nice to spread out more. They nod to the sofa beneath you. You're in it. Reaching behind you, Mel flicks off the light. Leave them on. I've never been with Melon before. I want to appreciate it. That sounds nice. A hard rain starts. The lights turn on. They stay on for a long time. You slept terribly last night. Mel's sofa is an awful bed, especially for two people. You woke up several times as the neighbor's hydroelectric plant rattled the whole shelter. But spending the night with Mel was worth it. It's late morning when you both climb out of bed. The rain stopped. You are relieved it wasn't a superstorm, but it reminded you that you and Mel don't have any time to waste. Another superstorm might happen at any time. Until it does, you need to take advantage of every moment you have together. Before you leave, you make plans to meet again tomorrow. As you kiss Mel goodbye, you wonder if tomorrow is soon enough. You and Mel have a wonderful romance for months. You see each other almost every day. You share love, laughter, friendship, and passion. You are so into one another that it's a little obsessive. Your friends and family get worried. When the next superstorm comes, you and Mel are already living with each other. During the storm, living in isolation together causes some conflicts. Sometimes you fight about money, sometimes it's about personal space. But you always work it out with a frank discussion or a hot night. You make great partners and lovers. Your friends and family are wary of Mel, Maybe they are just prejudiced against Mellows, or maybe they're jealous because Mel is so awesome. But after a year of you and Mel being a couple, they become more welcoming. Now they joke about how perfect you are for each other. It's kind of embarrassing, but they are right. You and Mel belong together. The end. That was weird and sweet, and I kind of want to know more about this world. And oh my gosh, thanks for playing. Hi. Hello, I'm Andy, the person that made this game. I'm sorry that I'm not as cute as Mel. In any case, thank you so much for playing Superstorm Melon Date. I hope it filled you with love. Please remember to write and review. It means a lot. If you have any comments or bug reports, drop me a line at this email. See you next time. Mel is out there waiting for you. So, that was pretty good. That was very interesting. There were some sentences that were weird that I couldn't, but maybe I just can't read. A back button would be nice because I accidentally skipped forward and there's no, I don't see a back button unless I'm stupid. I don't know. I didn't see one. Unless it's in preferences. Oh, I could have done full screen. Oh well, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. This was Superstorm Melon Date, the Valentine's Day special on my channel. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you have a good Valentine's Day or a good single person awareness day. Just go eat chocolate, and it'll be great. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.